Yo, today we don't have a special message from anybody today because we're gonna skip the BS and get straight into everything. No other podcast live, you know what it is. We are back and we had a good game last night. Lufkin and JT. We're gonna get to all that, get into some other scores and everything, and some more updates and everything. Before you do that, if you're new to this damn channel, subscribe, hit that like button, follow Apple Music and podcast, all that stuff. I'm gonna put it on there. I gotta start doing that. So be patient. We're gonna put all. I'll probably upload them all at once when I start doing it. I know like the first episode is up there, but anyway, use that code 30 goes down on say geek whatever blah 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 blah. All right, so get this out the way. I told CJ out there already. Update girl number one. Get the written number random request. She hit me up talking about needed that $15, $20, and then I got a message from the number or email number, whatever it is that she would sometimes message me from. But it didn't sound like it was her from how I would think, but maybe, so I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why she keeps randomly sending me like I don't know. But speaking of that, this is I want to get into this topic. Just to start it off, women, and why do females give people their number to not talk to them? I'm going to call it out. Juanita did this before to me. See, did I tell you about this, CJ?
I think so. Yeah.
I met her like the second time I met her. I met her the second time around. Like the first time, like I said,
Well, salute the fine eats. We want to eat.
Oh yeah. But see, the first time we've been friends. She was talking all the time.
Off his clothes
And then we kind of just parted way, because she had the little boyfriend, the truck driver. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get all of that. That's another story. But so I ended up stopping. Then all of a sudden I met her at a car wash. She in a car wash. I was like, oh, dude, what's up? Where you been? So I've been out. And I said, here, wait, you put your number in my phone. She put it in her, and I was so excited because I got her back. So I wrote her. Like a few days, she wrote back like 2 messages, and all of a sudden, nothing. That's it. I wrote her one more time. We're gonna do something. Never, nothing. Just never heard from again. And then sometimes you get a girl number and you get their number and write them like, this is the guy you met at the club, and nothing. I've had that before. So females that y'all listening, I know y'all listening because we've heard females say that they listen to us, and a lot of people now and that's a good shout out. That's a good thing. Shout out to because I heard Tish say this. Shout out to her. We love Tish on this show, WJ, CJ. Mm-hmm. We do. So she said. So I'm gonna say, why do women do that? If y'all didn't want to talk to the dude, why was it because you just want to see if I still got it or something? Because some people, I guess that's still a thing. Let me see if I still got it. I don't know. But it annoys the hell out of me because if you didn't want to talk, and we said it before, like the talking on the phone, don't call me when you're on the phone with somebody. Talking and not, don't do that. Don't call me if I'm texting you and you call me. So we talked about that. Don't call me when you send me a message, then call me 3 seconds later. Don't call me when I'm on the way to come pick you up and ask me where I'm at while I'm on the way.
Where you at?
Yeah, I get there when I get there. But anyway, this is about football and sports. So, college played today. I didn't watch much. I was watching. What did I know? Looking. I was on the computer and streaming a little bit, and I was looking at it must have been like Arkansas and Mississippi State or something was on TV. It was nothing there. Yeah. High school sport. I want to say. I want to look at this. Lindale, who beat Chop Hill again. They ended up winning again. I want to investigate how this team was, and the quarterback actually threw the ball pretty nicely, and Palestine ran for like 415 yards against them, and Lindale ran for like 350 or something. So I didn't know Palestine was that good offensively running the ball, but they squeaked by.
Lindale had 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Lindale squeaks by like a touchdown, and so I was wondering like, why didn't I guess. Could you say Chop Hill's defense was just that bad? But then, I heard some stuff, but we ain't going to get on to it. But was Chop Hill defense, were they just not really trying to win that game? Or this Chop Hill, because you have to adjust. You can't let a quarterback run 42 times. I'm looking at the film. The quarterback literally was. They was running RPOs. He was running little swing passes and throwing it, and they was having a little offense. Why was it? And the quarterback still running the ball. He was. I guess he's their. He's pretty much their best player. What's his name? Thurman or something. Yeah. He's pretty much their best player. I know they say you watch out for them 88 and all these other guys. I think the quarterback is their name. You take the quarterback out, Lindale, they gonna have a really terrible day. I don't know who their backup is, but I'm pretty sure he's not like number 8. This dude is like, he is like Jesus Christ of football right now. Like this dude literally just does everything. Chopper Hill does go back and they get revenge after getting beat. Like they ended up beating Henderson like 52-14. Chopper Hill back on scale. I still say we will be talking about some Chopper Hill football in December and November, all the way till the end. I still believe that. So we just going, they're going to do it. I think they got Kilgore coming up soon. Are they? That should be a good one. I didn't get. That's why I should have looked up fucking Kilgore. See where I heard they supposed to be like the best team in the damn state or something. But it's October, and I know we started talking about this, the scary things happening and all this blah blah. And I wanted to, I was CJ just popped this to my mind. He was watching the baseball score, and I was want to ask y'all. I know people ain't say y'all remember these. Do they still do these games? They still have the baseball games at Fun Forest Park. Do y'all remember? I know you remember the baseball games. Me and my cousin used to go there. But we used to go because we know the women would be there, the girls, and the free snow cone if you got a foul ball. You got the foul ball, you got a free snow cone. You got to go there and catch it. I mean, it was just a funny night. It was like on like a Tuesday night too, and it was like the base. I'm telling you, y'all drop it. Tell me y'all remember the Fun Forest baseball games, like the old school Fun Forest baseball games. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then I told y'all the story about the sheep lady thing that happened at the Fun Forest. Since it was October when we talk about Halloween and stuff, and you're saying, yeah, but Halloween. Just quickly for y'all that didn't know, if y'all didn't hear this story, I'm gonna just tell you a little bit briefly. I'm gonna tell you how it went. So we was at Fun Forest Park. We was out there. Boy, they used to be a playground out there on the behind where the baseball park is. You further go down, it used to be woods and a playground. Now it's the whole new school now, but it used to be woods and a playground, and the older school was further ahead. So we was standing. It was nighttime. We was standing back there just talking. Me and my cousin, 4 cousins, we standing back there just talking. And there was a couple. Like I said, they were sitting on a swing, and they were just. The dude was on the swing and the girl was in his lap. And they were sitting on the swing and they were just sitting there. And y'all remember the ones out there in front of the old playground had those long chain swings you could probably climb up, and it was like 100 feet tall. Like them things were tall. So it was 3 of them. They was in the middle swing. So we sitting there talking. And like my cousin Richard, he would always bring up sheep lady. Sheep lady gonna get your sheep lady. You better stop. Don't do that. Sheep lady. He would always tell me, yeah, she live in these parks. She be in these woods here in Fun Forest. And I always tell him, like, what are you talking about? There ain't no sheep lady. And he would always talk. But then for some reason, this conversation just came up because we was out there, and so the conversation came up about sheep lady. And we just sitting there talking about it and stuff, and this is what happened. And the couple gets up. And they get up and start walking towards the baseball stadium. So we see them. The dude like, what's up? Hey, we walking. So we see them. They walking towards the base. So we have our backs turned from the playground to the front where the couple walking towards. So we had our face turned that way too to the baseball game. We standing back there looking to see if a foul ball gonna get anyway. That's where they usually would come. So we sitting back there, we just talking, and all of a sudden one of my cousins looked at and said, hey, look. And we turn around and we see the 3 swings that were just there, they were stopped. We see 3 swings swinging up in there. Just, all 3 of them are going crazy. Like
doing the ball
literally.
Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, it was like The way these it wasn't no wind this night. It wasn't no windy night. The way to have these swings go the way they did, somebody would have to have a running start and run and push these swings and have them like that. We looked at that and just took off running to my cousin. He stayed across the street on Garden Valley. We went through the school and we took out. I don't know why. Why did we run? Why did we? That's what I'm thinking about. Why the fuck we just didn't run towards the baseball field? But we was over there. I think we was over my cousin's house anyway. So maybe that's why we ran. But anyway, we ran through my cousin, and when I could see through the school, and I seen like through the little walkway, I saw something white kind of trail. I like, look at that, and we was already across the street on Broad Brad at this point, and so we ran faster into the house, and we've always talked about this every night. We never know what we saw, but I was like, we chalked it up as a sheep lady story because that was the thing back then. Y'all know about sheep? Let me know if y'all know about sheep lady. I know everybody, pretty much older people should know what we're talking about. You know about sheep lady, CJ, don't you?
Yeah, I done heard you. I done heard about other people talking about it. I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, but I know people older than us probably know more about it. I think it was like really back then for them. Then remember the monkey people? I seen them before. They used to stay right there.
On Planet Apes.
The East End, some people who had like long arms, they look like monkeys. We actually been to this house. I saw them.
They had hairy arms.
Yeah, they had like long arms. It was like deformed arms. And I remember my mama going to this house one day because she knew the people. I don't know. I gotta ask my mom about this. But I've been in that house and I saw one sitting on the porch one day. And I was like, that must be the people they talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People in the comment section, the older crowd. I'm pretty sure y'all know the monkey people I'm talking about. But anyway, man, we are going to talk about this JT stuff. And first of all, I got to talk about how John Tyler is going to beat the Longview Lobos. I got to talk about that. And I'm going to go ahead and before I get into that, let me say this. Shout out to everybody in the forum, Cujo for Life and all those guys, JT Fan 99, all those guys, and the Lobo fans who might listen to this on the forum. Lobo 07, that guy has all the stats and all the things. And this dude knows everything about every game. Anything happened from Longview, he knows. He knows when the team took a piss break in 1986. He knows everything. But these Longview guys make a lot of excuses about when they lose or when they win and everything. So y'all remember JT beat Longview at a game. Remember, Greg Ward was the quarterback, and it was pretty much a kind of a blowout. They chalked that up to having, y'all played our third string team at the time. We had injuries, but we could never use that excuse for JT or the referees or something. When JT had some home, or it's like, y'all using the referees as an excuse for y'all won, blah blah, y'all still do that. But it's kind of like how the Cowboys get talked about, how Michael Parsons put this don't talk about how the Eagles lost and the 49ers lost when they lost, but when the Cowboys lose, it's a whole big deal. And we all remember last year, Longview and everybody was so hung up on, JT lost again, they're so bad, that is so bad. But as soon as you come into one of their threads, or if they lost the game or when they lose the playoff game, they get so pissed off. Y'all lost the playoff game. Who they lose to? Alito last year? And they would get so pissed off about it if you say something about how they lost for that. The shoe goes both ways. But yeah. So the thing about it, like I said, Longview, there's a way JT can beat Longview. I know everybody thinks it's not gonna happen, but there's a way. And first off, you got to remember, Longview they full of excuses. So
excuses.
Yeah. So maybe they might want to use.
Hey, what about saying you can either make excuses or we can make history?
Yeah. Make history something. Because look, Longview could run the wrong uniforms that night. That could be. I'm telling you that could literally be.
It ain't Friday 13th.
That might be an excuse they would use. We didn't wear our right uniforms. I'm telling you.
Our jock straps.
They might say that they wore the wrong shoes. They might say the quarterback's girlfriend didn't come to the game this time. They could say Coach King had to take a dump or something, and he couldn't leave the stands because he had to take a dump in the bathroom or something. It's always something. The referees. But anyway, this is how JT, and I want to motivate the kids here from John Tyler to hear this. This is I know everybody's gonna say, okay, there's no way that John Tyler will beat Longview. There's no way. Everybody, even the fans, even the fans of the parents, we know it's gonna be a tough game. We all know. Yes, we do know that. We know, but it's a way to and I'm gonna explain this in a minute. Before we get into the game, JT plays Lufkin. Lufkin did not look that great. Their quarterback was kind of a statue like Kilgore's quarterback was. When I saw him play, he was just a big guy that threw the ball. He wasn't even really a thrower. Lufkin, I'm used to Lufkin just throwing long bombs to Dez Bryant and throwing the ball deep and this everything. They really held this number one. This is my first point. They held this Notre Dame commit quarterback, running back. I don't know how many yards he got. I'm pretty sure it's the they got there. He did break one long one. So it might look like he had a good game, but for the most part, he was I saw number 9 in the backfield, just wrapping him up most of the time. And this dude ain't no sloucher. He ain't no pushover. I know it was his name, Young or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't no pushover. He's a pretty good little running back. So from that point, I don't think the running game and what is Longview's best thing to run. I know they don't. They got receivers. They probably got some pretty good receivers still. They don't got what his name. Who was the big guy? Their big receiver last year, Tatum or Caden? Who was the guy? What's his name? No, Tatum is still there. We don't Tatum, but who was the receiver they had? Or is he still there? It was one of them guys. I think he went to Alabama or something. The receiver they had last year that was like the number 1 receiver or something in the state. No, Longview receiver. Hale, yeah, Jalen Hale. Where did he go? He still there? Okay, yeah. He playing now? Oh, to say yeah. So yeah, Jalen Hale. So he's not there. So but they still. I don't know who they got now. But so Lufkin was trying to run, and they really they broke the run. They broke that what? They broke that one run. Number 3 did. He juked somebody. He pretty much pulled Drummer into the stadium, into the end zone with him. It was kind of funny, and he just drug him into the end zone with him. That was kind of funny though. But other than that, I know that JT. We look at the score like, okay, they won by 3, but you still got to remember John Tyler's team. This team they're not trying to just light the scoreboard up and score quick. They want to control this clock and get the game over, kind of like what Lindale was doing to Chapel Hill. But seeing the offense, and just think about it, this game could have been either way. If they would have got the long pass to Martin, that one that he just barely dropped, that Granberry was throwing some bombs out there. Like, this could have been a 2-touchdown, 2-score game, at least, if some of these passes would have connected. And so, don't look at the score alone. They only won by 3. We know Longview blew them out. But sometimes it's all about matchups. And sometimes Lufkin might match up better against this team than JT. Like, JT still played Longview pretty close in the last year, even though that was not a good team last year. But they get away with the win. It was and once again, Hood Island, shout out to Hood Island, my boy Hood. He just they didn't. I saw like one pass breakup over there.
He's like, you didn't hear his name, so sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah, because they don't throw it.
Giving up no bull jive with it.
Yeah, so that means if they're not throwing to your side, it means they know that your skill level, that you're a good corner out there. That's like Deion Sanders. They didn't throw to Deion Sanders. Remember, Shannon Sharp made this point. Okay, Trayvon Diggs got all these interceptions, but they keep throwing to his side. They don't fear him. That's why he got all those picks, because they don't fear him. That's what they say. That's what Shannon Sharp say. So, but when you got a guy like Deion Sanders, they didn't throw the ball to you didn't throw the ball to Deion's side at all. So every time I see the games, I see number 12. Where's number 12 at? And wherever I look at, I don't never see no action. I saw him look. It was like one or two breakups. I see him over there. Other than that, they kept throwing to the other side every single time. At this point, I think the Hood has to get bored out there to just.
You're like, that's on the Hood.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He has to get bored just out there, just never getting any action because they just never want to throw this side at all.
He was like, oh, he's like, the Longview quarter, we'll throw it to the side already.
Because he's going to be, and it's like that means you making he's playing the position well. He's covering where he got good coverage skills. Some people say the jump. Some people on the forum say JT's defensive backs are the weakness. And they don't really cover that good. But like I said, I don't know. At least I see from Hood, I know the other side, the other guy, he gets a lot of action. But he's the Trayvon Diggs of the team. They're gonna keep forced to his side. So he's got to start making those plays and he'll get more picks because they're gonna keep picking to his side. But over there on Hood's side, they just pretty much he just isolates this section and they never throw over there. And that's a good thing when you got someone different that you can put over there and like here, take care of their best receiver and just take him out the game. So that's all them getting there now. Let's just get into what I'm gonna say about what they're gonna do about this Longview game. So how do they beat Longview? So first of all, if they can run the ball.
They go put some laxative up in there.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
That'd be stupid, man.
But
crazy.
if they run the ball, they can get the running game going. I know Cooper back. I say put Collins back in the game. Let him do some running. I haven't heard from him in a minute. But Cooper, Arriaga, I think there's another one that runs the ball. And Arriaga was running pretty hard last night too. I had to say that. But if they can run and control the way the offense is supposed to be, they can get they get a score by 7 points. If they can just contain the run, stop Jalen Hill. Stop Tatum. Tatum's gonna line up at quarterback. I don't know if it's the first game I saw this, so I can't take away what's happening now because the first game of the year they were still figuring out who they're gonna be their quarterback. I don't know if they do this 2 quarterback system now. They still doing it, but no, I know Tatum does line up at play quarterback at times. Like he can actually play the quarterback and look through. So I don't know, but
yeah, just a direct snap.
Yeah, but I think I've seen him throw the ball or try to or something like that. But nevertheless, they got to remember this. There's a team that Greg Ward team. They had no faith in the beat Longview. The guys went into the Longview fans were like, yeah, there's no way y'all beat Longview. They made the guys leave the stadium. Longview was leaving the stadium in the third quarter. Longview home people.
Get to the Halloween party.
Hey, they was leaving. The Longview home side was ghostly around the third quarter. I've never seen that. It was a JT team that did it to him. And JT Fan 99, I always remember that he posted all those quotes from this one guy that was said, always what happened. Remember you said this? Remember you said this? This nigga, he was so mad. He wanted to fight after the game. He's like, meet me in this parking lot. The Longview guy was so mad about how all the stuff he said. He was ready to fight about this game. He got banned from the forum because of that. I think they let him back. I feel like his name was. I feel like he came back. I don't know, but it was so funny. But how can JT recreate that atmosphere? Now remember, they had Greg Ward that year. I know they had Greg Ward. Granberry is not going to be the Greg Ward. He's who he is. He's small in size, but he's got the big heart and a big arm. This guy can if they can get these throws, these deep throws. Because I'm pretty sure their receivers, who we got, McFall and Martin, I'm pretty sure McFall can pretty much have his way with these defensive backs, even Longviews, and that's the thing. They just got to control the clock. Believe that they can win this game. Control the clock. Run the ball. Use the tight end. They used it in the. Remember the last night they used. I don't know if you've seen it. Number 80 came in and made the little slip in the end zone. They used the tight end there. That was something that they never really do. I was surprised that they did that. He just stepped through the back out of the end and just through the side to the flats.
I already know what's coming.
Yeah. So they use that's another ring. Use the tight ends because Longview's gonna probably use their tight if they got one still. Play action pass, line formation. They're gonna line up in the I formation. They're gonna run. They're gonna run with the quarterback. They're gonna run the running back, and they're gonna probably run the little fullback thing too, where they can line up in the I formation and hand to the fullback too, real quick. They've been doing that for years, and whoever the fullback is gonna probably run. They got pretty much. They're gonna have a bunch of running backs that's gonna run the ball. But I believe this is going. I posted on the forum. 7-point win by John Tyler. I have 7-point win. They won by 7 points. I'm gonna say since Longview, it's not gonna. The way these two offenses go, I'm going to go 21-14. 21-14. JT wins. Mark my words. You heard it right here. Shout out to Hugh Drell. You heard it. I said it. You read it. How you say the shit? How you say it? You read it. I said it. You heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if that happens, we're gonna be on that Don Julio all night in Longview, Texas.
Yeah. And now, CJ's gonna bring on. I forgot to say this. Screw the bullet police department again because I don't like them.
Lord Jesus. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we had a game. The bottom line is this. We knew Tyler High needed this game in the hunt to make the playoffs. They needed this game to get the 3 wins in district. They handled their business. Now, of course, I've seen some things that, you can't get away with versus a top-notch team like Longview, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But the main thought was containing number 3, Kedron Young, the bottom line, containing him. That's a stud running back Lufkin has. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the defense to set the tone early. And that's what they did. They jumped out. As I watched the game, maybe after a few plays, I was like, man, they gotta meet Mr. Young at the point of attack. I don't even think you want him to get to the second level. You don't want him to get a burst. And, he's a physical running back. They found it out last year when he ran over the safety and got the touchdown in the second half. That pretty much put a stamp on that game once Lufkin took that momentum in the second half to go on and get the victory at old Abe Martin. But bottom line is this. Containing Young. Now, in the back of my mind, I was like, man, it's probably a matter of time. He can break one. Them great running backs, just like they finna face probably maybe the greater running back next week. So we'll get into that in a minute too. But all it takes is one mistake, one misassignment with these great running backs, and then next thing you know, they're hitting their head on the goalpost. And for the most part, they controlled Mr. Young, except he broke a 70-yard touchdown run right up the gut. You saw the acceleration. DB couldn't hardly get him, catch up to him. It was close, but when it got near the goal line, but he made it to pay dirt. So, but the final stat shows that Kedron Young, he had 20 carries, 138 yards. 70 of those yards were on one run. So, for the most part, you did your job. And what we seen with Lufkin, they tried to get him out in space too. Eventually, as it got late in the game, they emotioned him out to the flat. Yeah. Getting the ball in flat because they saw, they're like, well, you got to mix it up. We can't just run him up the gut every time, or
I was back there every time.
Oh yeah. Because you zero in on him. The quarterback, I don't think they really feared the quarterback. They know, okay, he made a couple throws like, okay. But you saw he wasn't really mobile, So it's like I was telling Rob, I was like, man, they can just tee off on that quarterback. Just don't give him no time to throw. Make him uncomfortable. And I think they made him a little uncomfortable in the second half. Well, it was one play he ran. The JT defender clipped him on the leg. Well, he went low on him to get the tackle. He came up limping. So, they were just trying to get him down, prevent the first down. But you also sending a message like, we gonna get to you. So, but I think they want to make Lufkin throw the ball, right? You don't want number 3 taking over the game, and that's why Lufkin tried to make the adjustment, send Young in motion, and also I saw at least one play where they even tried to run an option, roll the quarterback out, flip it to Young, and of course the Tyler High defense was all over it. So I think they scrapped that one pretty quick, but the main thing was keep number 3 in check. Get him off the field on third down and let the offense just drive the ball and don't turn the ball over. Even though it was one turnover in the first half, it was a bad turnover because Tyler High gave Lufkin the ball. They allowed Lufkin to have the ball in the red zone, and that led to, I believe, that led to a field goal. I believe, I can't remember if they got the field goal they scored, but they got points out of it. Because the thing I was thinking, this game at halftime, it could have been easily 14-3 or 14-7 Tyler High, but this is what they got to do better. This is going to be a two-parter. They got to do better on these things, especially against the opponent they're finna face next, the big dog in Longview. So what they got to do better, finishing off drives. When you get in the red zone, just like it's an issue. Speaking of the Cowboys, I know it's a lot of Cowboy fans out there, Cowboy Nation. One thing is they've been struggling to cash in the red zone. Tyler High is good to great at making these drives happen, but you gotta cash in against the good teams. You gotta cash in. You gotta set the tone when the defense doing its job. You gotta finish out drives because even me and Rob said, what did Shannon Sharp say? It ain't just because Shannon said it, but it's just a fact of the game. You kick field goals, it'll get you beat. It'll get you beat. Tyler High pulled out this game. They kept it close, and the defense rose up when they needed to at the end. But, Tyler High could have easily won by a touchdown or 10 points at the least. If you take away the turnovers and you finish out 2 drives. If you finish out by 2 drives, could be a double-digit victory. You know what I'm saying? So that's something they need to preach as they watch a film getting ready for Longview, because you're going to have to sustain drives against a Longview team that's not going to beat themselves. You're going to have to flat out beat them. Yep. That's just the bottom line. They couldn't even beat. I mean, when Haynes King turned the ball over about 4 times, you still couldn't beat them because you couldn't score. You had no offense. So it's like, okay, you got offense can score. They're not a high-powered offense, but got playmakers. They can sustain drives. You sustain drives and you play sound defense, you can win some games. As Rob briefly just spoke about, the key, how they can beat Longview. And then I'm going to add on to that in a second. But what I saw in the game versus Lufkin, the turnovers, you got to finish off drives, and that's what I was looking for. If they don't turn the ball over in the second half, defense continue what they doing, they'll come out with the victory and get the 3-district wins, and then it's on to Longview. But I love that I got to see some of Jermichael Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Got to see him run the football effectively. I don't know. It's just something about the way he runs. It's I know I done said his name plenty. I saw the splash. Just go back to the scrimmage game, man. The first time we ever seen some football action this season. So, but I'm gonna be honest. This is my thought during the game, especially in the second half. I feel like it's some times where, of course, I'm not a coach or anything, but I just go with my theory and what I can see that's been done better. Because I like Jermichael Cooper. I admire Asher Arriaga. I admire how they run the football tough, get the tough yards, keep the drive going. But sometimes I feel like it's times where, okay, Arriaga, he's carrying the load. When you get into that red zone or you get about to 12 or 10, let Jermichael Cooper give a change up. Instead of giving him a change up early in the drive, when you get to that red zone, let him get a couple cracks at it. That way, because I feel like I saw one drive where maybe Ariaga, he was getting a little wore out, and he got screwed on that touchdown. By the way,
yeah.
I feel like he could have finished that drive. He could have finished that run a little stronger, but he got in the end zone. But I feel like because he was a workhorse on that drive, especially. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes there's some times where you can give a change up also when you get in the red zone, because Ariaga, he can score in the red zone. He can pound the football. But it might be some drives where, we all watching the same game. I'm not a coach, but it might have been like that one drive specifically. It's one of those drives where he had to kick the field goal because I think Lufkin, they was catching on, because even the fans in the crowd was like, man, they run the same play. Ariaga up the middle, whatever. He got good vision, but Cooper, sometimes it's a change up in backs. Sometimes you have to get a change up in certain situations. I feel like, of course, Ariaga can score. They all can score. It's just certain moments where the change up might have made a little difference on that one particular drive. Just like when you gave the ball to Cooper when you was on your own 46 and he got 7 yards, 6, get there. I'm like, damn, okay. But I know they ride Ariaga on some of the drives, but sometimes you might not. He might be in a play or two too long on that particular drive, and you know what I'm saying. Now he might not say he was wore out on that drive, but I'm just going by what I see, little body language. Hey, it's football, you know what I'm saying. Ain't no, it's just like this a little different. This ain't all the way accurate, but I'm going to give you a little example. So, like Cowboys with Tony Pollard, they need to find a way. But see, Tyler High is built better for this situation. I'm not trying to, I know it's no comparison. They say it's no comparison because, Tyler High is a high school team and the Cowboys is a pro team, but I'm saying, well, Cowboys, they got to run Pollard near the goal line because he's the main back. Well, Pollard up the middle. Unlike Ariaga, I'm sure Ariaga, he runs harder. But Pollard, you know what I'm saying, he's your home run back, but sometimes you get near the goal line, man, they stuffing it. You got to find some way. Do you have should you put should you put Dowdle in? Should you put him in? Should you put, if Malik is still on the team, I think it's Davis. I'm trying to get them running back straight for Dallas. So, if you put them in, you got to figure that out before the game. You know what I'm saying? A better solution for goal line running back because, you can't probably put Pollard in every time. And, he's not that powerful of a running back. That ain't his style. That's not, it's not a knock. It's just football. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest about it. So, I mean, some teams have had that situation where your best running back might not be your best running back for that goal line situation. That's all I'm saying. It's just positional stuff. But anyway, they got the win. Like I said, I feel like if the game, they could have pulled away better in the full quarter, man. But I was confident the defense would rise up. When Lufkin got the ball back with 2 minutes, I think it was exactly 2 minutes left or a few seconds after 2 minutes, defense had to rise up again because JT couldn't sustain the drive to eat more clock up, so defense had to rise up and they got the pick to end the game. Shout out to Mr. Drummer on that one. Drummer, he just playing his tail off, so. And also, I want to Deuce Martin making some big catches. He hauled in some big catches. You know what I'm saying? McFall catching the bomb, making some big catches. McFall had 3 catches, 98 yards. Caden Granberry. I be telling Rob, I was like, they're going to take the shot right now. Go on and take the shot downfield because you're trying to get your playmakers involved. That's it. You got to just keep them honest.
Speaking of Granberry, he took that hit I thought he had a concussion. Like he got up. Like I wonder if he's all right. I was worried about him.
Yeah,
that was a hard hit.
That was a hit, and they didn't throw the flag on it, by the way. I was like, damn, we was at 8 Martin or what? Because they didn't do that, and they screwed the touchdown when Arriaga got across the goal line. So, yeah, I think there was some bad calls. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That bad, because you're bad. Anyway, but Arriaga, speaking of him, he had 27 carries, 113 yards rushing, just being a workhorse, doing what he do. I feel like his run in the fourth quarter, that big first down run, I feel like that really put a stamp on the game and just put a statement on just the work he was putting in. So, great run. And yeah, now, you know what it is, on the Longview. Now, Longview is still undefeated in the district, 5-0. They had one loss overall in the season, and that was the first game of the season when they probably trying to figure out, okay, that's the first game of the season. Yeah. First game of the season, and it was by like 2 points. So they've been rocking and rolling ever since. The thing about Longview is they know how to grind these games out. 13-7 against Forney, who Tyler High got to see last game of the season. 2 games left, 2 regular season games left. This thing moves very quickly. So Rob spoke on his thoughts on how Tyler High can pull away with the victory, how they can come out with the victory. Of course, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be looking for and basically the keys to the game, how Tyler High can pull this thing out. By the way, Longview coming out the victory against McKinney North, 36-13, by the way. So they took care of it against McKinney North. We already know what happened in that game with Tyler High. We already talked about it. So we're going to talk about it. But, man, what I'm going to be looking for is, number one, we know what it's about. We know it's about Longview's run game. They got that stud, Taylor Tatum, committed to Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? And they got another running back. He's number 28-6. I don't know his name. I think he hit his head on the goalpost. You already know they got a plethora of running backs. But the head of the snake is number 2. Line him up in the I formation. You know what's coming. You know it's the most physical game of the year. It's just like Dallas playing San Francisco. Dallas knows it's going to be the most physical game, right? So, that's it. And ironically, Trent Williams, Longview native, went to Longview. Now he playing for 49ers and pancaking people for look. But here's the bottom line. I'm going to be looking for right off the jump, this is the bottom line. Can JT's defense set the tone? Can they set the tone? Early, very early, because you don't want Longview to get ahead of steam early and they set the tone and then, well, let's say Tyler High's offense stalls. It can't be no stalling. This is how Longview wins games. How they beat that team by 2 touchdowns, or I'm talking about the double-digit wins, like 10. I'm talking about this really good teams. Yep. They don't beat themselves. When you make a mistake, they capitalize. If you make them make a mistake, you see how I said, make them make a mistake, you better capitalize. Tyler High has to capitalize. If they can win a turnover battle, that gives them an even bigger chance, obviously, because the type of offense Tyler High runs, hey, they can put together long drives. Lindale did it against Chapel Hill, right? But it's so physical of a game. Longview plays so physical on both sides of the ball. Look, offense got to take advantage, got to get it to the playmakers, run the ball effectively. The key is Tyler High has to run the ball very effectively in this game. Cooper, Arriaga. Now I don't want to see Caden Granberry taking the lick like he did. Yeah. Now Longview gonna be throwing some hats now. We gonna hear pass in the stands. It's always like that.
Willie Nelson gonna be everywhere. Oh, Willie, not the country singer.
Yeah, Willie Nelson. You got him number 6, just being a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? So. Granberry, that ball can't stay in there like that one play. It was a PI. It worked out for Tyler High against Lufkin, but look, These some ball hogs. They're sound on both sides of the ball. This is how they win games. They just won state a few years ago. Longview, we know Longview. Longview is Longview. Longview and Longview. Alabama is Alabama. We ain't gonna talk about Alabama right now because they ain't the same Alabama, but still, that's the bottom line. Setting the tone. Defense set the tone early. Julian Dews and the crew, linebacking crew. Can Zach Williams get that pick? Can they get that funk? Can Tyler High steal a possession or two? Like,
and which receiver they gonna put on Hood?
There you go. They got Reese. There's the Reese kid. You know what I'm saying? So look, Longview gonna come right at you. They gonna keep running. Can you stop it? And if you stop it, they gonna keep running it. But they gonna keep you honest.
Yep.
Right? They gonna keep you honest. And what is Longview gonna get out of their quarterback play? Like I said, make them throw the ball, cut the head of the snake off. That's the bottom line. Hey, I seen them live against the game against what was it, Lancaster?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, you can't let the receivers run free. You got to be very sound. This is you got to play the most disciplined game of football of the season in order to lead Gregg County with this victory and to get you one step closer in the playoffs. Because you can handle your business.
And Big 7-1, he was out there stopping the run. I almost see if he can, him against Tatum, he's going to wrap him up.
Yeah. You can't, they got to clog everything like a plump. You don't want no clog drain. You want to clog all these drains because you miss the gap. Number 2 hitting his head on the goalpost, or they got the other running back that hit his head on the goalpost. So you got to handle your business. And like Ross said, it's interesting because it's like, well, it seems like they play better at Lobo Stadium than they do at their own home at Rose Stadium. So it's going to be very interesting. We excited to see this in person, be in the atmosphere. Look, if Tyler High could keep the Lobo howls to a minimum, because if you got it howling, if it start howling early, we don't know what. Hey, I'm just saying, Halloween weekend if be howling, I don't know. So it's gonna be very interesting. I'm ready to see the defense rise to the occasion, and can they keep it close and deny Longview from gaining any momentum in the second half? You keep it close in the second half, and because, like I said, Longview is going to go with the flow, and they're going to make adjustments as they need to. That's the coaching of John King, and, they just, they are geared for the playoffs. This is why they 7-1 overall right now, and they 5-0 in district. And so that's how they pull out wins, because they don't beat themselves, and they make the plays when they need to. So we gonna be ready to recap this game on the next episode. Like I said, hopefully we talking about a dub. 2 games left. Which can Tyler High split these last 2 games, or can they win both of them? We know they need at least one to get to the playoffs. So, but we could talk about that later time. Of course, hey, I gotta give some shout outs. Of course, man, we got this different stuff going. I try to show love. There's a lot of people to show love to, so we try to do this on every episode we can. Shout out to her birthday. She's celebrating a birthday this weekend, but her birthday is officially Monday. Shout out to Diamond Martin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kent County. Shout out to Pittsburgh, Texas. Y'all, hey, if you love hot links, y'all know that's what they known for, Pittsburgh hot links. Shout out to Pittsburgh, they'll show me a little love. So shout out to Diamond Martin. I know it's Libra season, you know what I'm saying? Well, Scorpio season officially starts Monday, so she a Scorpio. Shout out to Diamond Martin. Also, let me go on and give the plug right now. Speaking in Longview, Texas, if you need a grown-up vibe to kick off your Halloween weekend, this Friday, October 27th, at Ajax. It's on Cotton Street in Longview, Ajax. They got the Halloween party, I think it's 25 and up on the flyer. I think it's 25 and up. My bro DJ Los is DJing. If he DJ, you're going to have a great grown-up time. It's going to be an epic time, all that. Also, shout out to Whitney Webb and Kimmy Owen. Shout out to them, man. Hey, shout out to them. Give them a Texas in the building. I think I think it's their party also, if I'm not mistaken. So they doing their thing, man. So y'all pull up to that. Whether you go to the game or you in the Longview, Kilgore, Gilmer, Marshall, pull up, man. Start your Halloween weekend off, and you got somewhere to wear your costume to. So Ajax on Cotton Road, you know what I'm saying? On Cotton Street, Cotton Street, Longview, Texas, Ajax. If you need the address, you want to see the flyer, message Rob or myself. You know what I'm saying? Comment on this if you need the Facebook page, is how to reach us, whatever. Just put a comment below this broadcast. You know what I'm saying? One more shout out, because she doing her thing. She actually back doing the food reviews on her page, and especially listen to this if you're a black-owned food business too. But I mean, if you got your own restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Black-owned businesses, some people try to focus more on the smaller businesses, you know what I'm saying? Give them some more love too. But shout out to Savion Johnson. She doing the food reviews on her Facebook page, Savion, last name Johnson. Also, if you want a cake made, she do a great, that's her thing. Cakes, desserts, hella good cook, all that. You know? Cakes. Yeah, she said. But cakes, man, she doing her thing. She doing her thing. She got over 24K followers on her page, so that's she put the work in, man. She do a great job on the cakes. You know what I'm saying? Cookies. Yeah, cookies. All that. She do all them desserts. All them desserts, man. She just started doing the food reviews and other businesses. So, hey, if you got a restaurant, cause I tag her and stuff. I tag her and stuff to try. You know what I'm saying? So if you got your own food, own business, you know what I'm saying? Comment it below this broadcast and make sure we get it so I can pass it on to her. She'll probably be looking too. So that's it. Hey, if y'all traveling to the game, be safe. No huddle on the road. You know, we gotta go do our thing and see this with our own eyes so we can recap this thing. Stop number 2. Bottom line, in the green. Yeah. Don't let him hit his head on the goalpost.
I feel like there's gonna be some stuff going on after the game. If JT win this, the forum's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be so. I'm gonna do so much trolling. But yeah. Shout out to everybody that I hate because I don't like nobody. You know me. I don't do shout outs except my boy Mar. Mar still on TikTok. Watch his video. He been doing a little recaps. They pretty funny. Go check him out. ITMARR. It's Mar. Yeah. Out there in New York, but he's a Cowboys fan. Shout out to my boy Yo Mama out there in LA. He ain't been on Madden in a while. He told us the Madden was gonna be kind of garbage, and he was right. This game Madden is garbage now, but I do it because Madden, the content is kind of like it's like a part-time job to play. Man, like, hey, if I do this, okay, I don't want to play the game, but fuck it. I know that I can make some content and it'll make some money on my channel. That's the only reason I play it now. Unless I play for money. But anyway. I've been playing Star Wars lately. You know, that game's kind of fun. I know you ain't a Star Wars guy, CJ.
Well, the game might be up.
The game's pretty fun. The Star Wars game is pretty fun. But anyway, NFL. Oh yeah, I want to post this. I forgot to mention this, but since we're talking about playoffs, the way that JT can make the playoffs. From JT Fan 99, from Lobo 07, and I can do this while I gotta find the damn post. But anyway, I'm thinking this. We're gonna do the NFL. We're gonna do the NFL picks in a minute. But John Tyler, pretty much, they're gonna have to. Okay, there's the easy thing to do is win both games. That's the logical thing, right? Just win both games. But it's a pretty well written out scenario that has to happen. So pretty much, West Mesquite and North Mesquite are done. So they can't make the playoffs. Longview has clinched.
they gonna Barry still last game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
if Longview beats Tyler High, I guess they gonna end district undefeated because they're not gonna lose to West Mesquite
unless they play their middle school team or something. But so Longview is clinched the spot. They can clinch the number 1 seed with a win Friday. Forney and McKinney North will each have a chance to clinch a spot with a win on Friday against one another. Both just need one more win to get in. Lancaster, they need to win their final 2 to get in, as well as have John Tyler lose one more. With their win over Tyler, they're in the best position for the final spot, facing against North Mesquite and Lufkin to end the year. Okay, so Tyler also needs to win out to get in. If they lose Friday, there's a slight chance they can get in on points in a 3-way tiebreaker, with Forney losing out and creating that 3-way with them. Tyler and Lancaster. If LT were to lose another, technically would get in with going 1-1 with a win versus Forney in the final week, and the Jackrabbits losing to McNorth, the old Jackrabbits. So Lufkin, now this Lufkin scenario, they could get in, they could get back in if Tyler loses out, lose the next 2 games. Lancaster wins this week versus North Mesquite. Lufkin wins this week versus West Mesquite, and then the Panthers beat Lancaster by a certain amount. If Lancaster loses this week versus North Mesquite, then that 3-way tiebreaker scenario is out the window, and Tyler would have the tiebreaker. So Lancaster losing to North Mesquite is a pretty not going to happen, maybe, but that'll be hopefully North Mesquite to beat Lancaster. But it's going to be tough for Cujo to get in all reality. Winning out clearly is the most wanted option. Getting in with Forney and Lancaster themselves finishing 4-3 is really the only true way I can actually see it happening. North Mesquite, no doubt, could throw a lot of things off with facing Lancaster and McKinney North next week. But sorry, these are just the wins for those programs. These are just sure wins for those programs. I don't remember what the hell North Mesquite did. What was they played? What was that game? JT played North Mesquite. Were they even competitive game? It was a home game. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So pretty much that's what it is. The best way JT can get the playoffs is just win out. That's the best way. But they lose, who they think they better say because they're gonna lose. They can still beat Forney and get some help. But anyway, NFL picks. Here we go. I did pretty bad last week. Everything got crazy, got just thrown out of whack because a lot of teams lost to us. I had a feeling that Cleveland could beat the 49ers though. No, I know I didn't say it, but I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So here we go. Falcons and Buccaneers. Big game here. I'm going to go Falcons.
I'm going Tampa. I feel like they'll barely pull it out. Division game. Falcons maybe mess it up. Tampa Bay make a play.
I think that might be well. Then we got the Raiders and the Bears. Both teams not looking great, but I go Raiders.
Both teams on their backup, but I trust the Raiders a little bit more, just a little bit.
Browns and Colts. Browns come off that win. I'm going Browns.
I'm going Browns because of that defense. They're going to smother.
Yeah. Commanders and Giants. I'm just going to go Commanders because the Giants are just looking like, I don't know, garbage.
I got to go Washington. They get back on the W against woeful Giants.
A big one here, the Lions and the Ravens. I know the Lions are doing pretty good, but I'm going Ravens. That's my second Super Bowl pick.
I feel like it's one of them games, I don't know if you want to call it a trap game, but I'm going with the Ravens at home. Lions got to lose another one sometime.
Yeah. Bills and Patriots. I think the Patriots are tanking for Caleb Williams. Going Bills.
Bills. Enough said.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Kyler Murray might have a chance to play, but I'm going Seahawks.
Seahawks, man. Enough said.
Steelers and the Rams. I know the Rams got Cooper Kupp back. I'm going Steelers with this.
Gotta go LA. I think they outscored Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Chiefs and the Chargers. We seen what the Chargers did, Cowboys. You know the Pat Mahomes, my Super Bowl pick. That's my homeboy. That's my homie. We've been friends forever. Going Chiefs.
Chiefs. Mahomes against one of the worst pass defenses. Chiefs.
Packers and the Broncos. Packers get back on track. Russell Wilson's is still bad. Packers.
It might be a closer game than anything because it's in Denver, but I got to go Packers.
Dolphins, the Eagles, that's part of the game of the week here. I'm going to go Dolphins. They're going to light it up.
Okay, this is the bottom line. I say it's Sunday night. It's a night game. It's in Philly. Philly coming off a loss. I got to go Philly.
Philly. And the 49ers and Vikings, I don't know who's playing quarterback or who is Jefferson hurt. I want to say 49ers, but then I know they can win, but this never. I'm going to go 49ers.
I gotta go 49ers. I mean, that defense. I think Kirk Cousins gonna have a problem without his number one receiver.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if Jefferson out, definitely 49ers. So that's what it is. That is it. That's game. Shout out to anybody else that didn't see. All the women who want to have. They got questions. Y'all want to talk about? To be on the show? Hit me up 903. 330-8004. Hit me up on the low because Mike Jones is about to blow. No, it's not one though. But y'all can hit me up in my inbox. All the females.
Text now number.
We're looking for a female co-host every week.
A dime that's top of the line. So you talk about Mike Jones.
So send all your pictures to us. So we need like the prettiest female, so we can put you in the middle. So if you put the female on the flyer on the thumbnail, you know they're gonna look. Cause every time you see a good picture, that's a good fit. Put the pretty female on the flyer and bam, on the thumbnail, they gonna click on it. Oh, let me see what this is. And now if we did a video, they definitely want to see them. So yeah, that's what it is, man. We like I said, I didn't put the little intro in, but because we had to skip the BS. It's everybody. It's us versus BS.
A good if Tyler get this video, intro.
Oh yeah, and we put everybody after VS. PS. Ospit is FATTS. CS. Skip Bayless. Let's say less. Top underpack. Dig yes. Some say less. You ain't hating. You ain't got no hate. You ain't gotta have a Jordan to run a play. I got time today. Looking at my chain. My diamonds say what they gotta say. If you get one to play and I commentate, I ain't gotta play. On in the morning, I own my opponent. My competition is non-existent. I'm not a something born. Okay, I used to rap. I did y'all go together. Just go Third Coast Entertainment 3CP. Y'all can if y'all can figure out and find some of my old songs, y'all are gonna be the goats because they're so lost in the internet. There's some songs in there that I got, but yeah, all our old stuff on my album from SoundClick and MySpace. They own it, but you just can't hear them. But yeah. Oh yeah, and that Piff shut down, so our album got shut down. Now that sucked.
Oh, that Piff number, I ain't been on that.
Yeah, they've been on for like 3-4 months. They shut it down from some copyright infringement, some stuff. They shut it down. Pretty much it's gone. But yeah, man, we out of here. Know your role, shut your mouth. And the jungle still haven't brought in 7,000 people, but we gonna probably still go there because I want to sit outside. Yeah.